Hey Crafty Mavens, it's Vanessa here with a Stash It video, and today I thought it would be fun. There's a lot of YouTubers in the month of July that are doing Christmas in July, so I thought for my layout today on the Crafty Maven that I would dive into some of my Christmas stash, and I am using last December's, I believe it was, hip kit. And I'm going to do a Christmas page for something different. So the first thing that I showed you was everything I pulled from that kit. And here I'm going to work first on my background. I have a piece of white cardstock that I did put gesso on before starting the video. And so I pulled out a stamp that is from Prima, and it's just a large text stamp, and I apologize there, my camera seems to have a hard time focusing on this white piece of paper, but I'm basically taking that text, distress text, and I've taken some navy ink from Hero Arts, and I just stamped randomly that text print all over my background. And so that's going to be the start of the background that I build for this layout. And so there you see I brought into a piece of red paper that is going to span the bottom of this background that I'm creating. So once I get my stamp all cleaned off here, I'm going to pull in this stencil, and this is a stencil from Paige Evans. This is her cut file that she had created into stencils, and it's the stars. And I'm just taking some Tim Holtz texture paste and just putting it through the stencil. Now it is white, so they obviously don't show up very well on camera. So you'll see here in a few minutes. But I am putting, just sort of scattering them around on the background of this pattern, or of this white cardstock. And I just want to add the texture. A lot of this obviously gets covered up and it is hard to see, but it does, when you look at it in person, it does give a really nice texture and a really nice interest to the page. Now I went and let that dry, and now I've come back and I've wet my cardstock, and I have gessoed this, so I'm able to put some water on this and it won't warp or go through the white cardstock. And so I'm just spraying some of this Jenny B blue, I believe, which is from Shimmers, and I'm just going to put that on the background, spray with some water, move it around a bit with my paintbrush, and I'm really just going for a light sort of touch on the background. I don't want it to be too overwhelmingly dark, so I am blotting a lot of that up, but it does help the stars from the stencil to stand out a little bit. I do hold it up here to the camera in a second so you can get a better view. So you can kind of see it on camera. I think you can see it probably better in the photos, and in person you can definitely see these stars show up a little bit better than they do on camera. But once I let all of that background dry, I am going to now start to build this layout. So like I said, I have that white piece of, or that red and white piece of pattern paper that's going to span the bottom. I pulled out just this old roll of washi tape that has a navy background and a white star, and I'm just going to put that sort of as a topper for that pattern paper so it's not just a blunt edge hitting the white cardstock. Next, I am just going to mat my photo on a piece of blue cardstock, which I will also mat the entire layout on that same piece of blue cardstock. And I'm just going to do the one photo mat around my photo. I am using a bit of a larger photo for this layout, so just one mat is all it really needs. Now you're going to see here, I am just going to lay out all the bits and pieces that I pulled to put on this layout. And because of the mixed media and the fact that I didn't want to have too much competing with my background and my photo, I really am going to keep the design very simple. I'm going to have a little cluster on each side of the photo, and then that one at the top that has Celebrate, which I cut from a Project Life card. There you see my background. I have the blue cardstock that is going to be my final mat for my entire layout. And to just add a little something to that cut file Christmas tree, I am just taking some vellum and I'm just going to back that cut file with the vellum. I wanted something, I didn't want to back it with pattern paper because it would have made it too busy, but the vellum just gives it a little added detail and allows it to pop out a little bit on the layout so it doesn't get lost. And I'm just going to fussy cut this. I will do the rest of it off camera. And then when I come back, I'm going to put the finishing touches on this layout. First, I'm going to take some of these little wooden buttons and going to scatter one in each of my clusters as I try to decide which ones I want to put on my layout. I'm kind of keeping to the red, white, and blue kind of color scheme for this one because the tree in the background and my little one's pajamas are, she's in red and the tree is all in blue, so I thought the color scheme definitely works. Plus it goes perfectly with this kit from Hip Kits. And the picture is just a picture of my daughter. She's sitting in front of our Christmas tree and she was in her Christmas jammies. And the sticker that I just showed you there that I pulled off of that sticker sheet is it actually says Christmas pajamas. And so I'm just putting that clear sticker on some white cardstock, going ahead and cutting it out. And that is going to go at the top beside Celebrate. So really, I think I would say my title is probably Merry Christmas, but a secondary title you could say would be Celebrate Christmas Jammies, because who doesn't love getting Christmas jammies? As a finishing touch for this layout, I am just going to put some wood veneer stars on this page. And with that, there will be still photos at the end. So if you are not already subscribed to the Crafty Maven, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification at the top and check back every day for new inspiration from the Crafty Maven design team. And with that, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.